live right now. Peace, what up? This is your boy Doc Blake with Ethereal TV, bringing you the 48th episode of The Last Piece to the Puzzle. The motto for me is silver, gold, and cryptos equals freedom because they are decentralized assets and they're going to play an important part in the immediate, the short term, and the long term futures. With that being said, let me do some house clearing real quick. Definitely go check out the Ethereal website and see what we have to offer. My cousin has a book out right now called Check This Out. I got my autographed copy. It is also available on Amazon. It's about him going around the world, visiting ancient ancestral sites, bringing this information to people who do not have the opportunity to do such things. And like I said, for merchandise, you can inbox me. It is limited, but we do have it available. I'm used to selling it at shows, but with the pandemic, I haven't been able to pull off a show quite yet. But if there is any information on that, I will be updating you, and you can always check my channel. There's a bunch of ways to get in contact with me for any questions, or if you're interested in anything that I'm displaying or having to offer, definitely reach out to me. And I also make music. I don't have my SoundCloud up, but you can go check out my SoundCloud as well. And with that being said, let's dive straight into the price action today. We have some good information today, some crazy information, some things that I want to talk about that happened a few days ago. Just I want to let people be aware of these things if they're not already aware. But currently, we have Bitcoin at $10,658.28. Ethereum is at $347.33. XRP is at 23 cents. Chainlink is at $10.76. A nice pump from Chainlink over the last 24 hours. Polkadot is trying to make a move at $4.44. Looks like the altcoins are once again outperforming Bitcoin. People were showing that Bitcoin dominance was about to make a move. I don't know yet. We don't know. It wasn't a confirmed breakout. It broke out slightly, maybe pulled back a little bit. But as of today, it looks like the altcoins are performing. And let me show you one of my favorite right now, Theta Network, which is moving up. It hit up to 69 cents. I should have put in a trade, but I have such a problem with letting these exchanges hold my crypto that I did not, even though I almost felt like I knew at 70 cents it was going to pull back as it did. But you can't trust these exchanges. They're not guaranteeing my money that I know of in any way, shape, and form. So you got to pay attention to everything that's going on. And Uniswap is at $5.17. Remember, I told you I'm trying to get back into Uniswap. I'm just trying to wait till it loses a significant amount of value against ETH as well as Bitcoin. And I have strong hands, so I can hold out to that. And it looks like Bitcoin's on the move. So let's go to the Bitcoin charts. Back where I'm at once again. Look at my chart. As you see, if I zoom out and scroll down, you see that I'm calling this a bull flag. Yes, I am, and I don't hear anybody else saying it, but when we get to the end of this, I think we're going to go up, and I'm predicting 15,000 by November 30th. Now, remember, I'm on tape saying this. I'm predicting 15 grand by November 30th. It's just a prediction. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but we're going to see how accurate I can be. So I'm putting it on tape, on film. I told you before, I'm a patient Bitcoin person. I take trades when I feel like they're solid. Other than that, I'm working my ass off trying to accumulate more of these precious assets that there aren't many of in the world that I think will have the sick gains and returns that Bitcoin and other great technologies have to offer. I mean, just look at Nvidia stock, if you know what that is. Look at Tesla stock. Anything that has to do with technology is like you can throw a dart blindfolded and strike the bullseye. You feel me? If that makes any sense. With that being said, my main topic today, matter of fact, let me hit you with the precious metals. Precious metals, now that's just kind of the part that has me kind of weary, but some big news in precious metals did come out. JP Morgan basically got hit with spoofing the price of precious metals. The funny thing is the article doesn't say if they were spoofing it up or down, and I feel like that's why you potentially see the volatility. Basically, something got exposed in the silver market. Now, how that affects the price with somebody manipulating the price, I do not know. So take this with a grain of salt that the prices are down today. Take it as a gift. and accumulate more. This is not financial advice. Anything that I say, it's all entertainment. But this is a blessing. This is a gift. If you don't have your precious metals position strong, this is a time to strengthen your precious metals position. As we see gold getting hit another $10 down at $1,870.78, and silver is at $23.12. And that's where we currently stand right now. So a big dump in the precious metals market. That makes me think that big players want to get in. Big players are being revealed the truth first. They know what's coming. They're saying, hey, push these prices down. It's not fair. If I'm about to lose 10% in the next year in my cash holdings, give me an opportunity to get in. And this is the opportunity for them to get in, and for the bankers that took shorts to cover their shorts. It's going to get crazy. In 6 days, I'm saying it's going to get crazy from now until the end of the year, third quarter, or the end of the quarter, which is at the end of this month. Expect some craziness. I don't know what it's going to be. And with that being said, the main topic of today, something that I've been kind of already knew was coming, preparing for. This is not saying it's going to happen. It's saying that it's going to happen if something else does not happen. And let's hop into the article. It is by Alan McIntyre. It looks like this was written as of August 4th, and this was mentioned another time by a Fed. Oh no, here's the one. Well, this was August 4th. It says a credit crunch is coming, but banks have time to prepare. And that's my main topic. I'm not going to get into this one. This is not the one that I just pulled this one up as well. I haven't really read it, but I already know what it's talking about. But let's get into the more recent one that came out September 23rd, which was 2 days ago, September 23rd, 2020. Fed's Rosengren says U.S. could face a credit crunch by the end of year if virus worsens. They're giving you a heads up, telling you what could potentially happen. And what are they talking about? I'm going to give a brief summary before I dive into the article. They're talking about people not being able to buy things with credit anymore. Now, there's a lot you need to understand why they would completely pull people's credit abilities right out from under them, because the point of the fact of the matter is, if there is no stimulus check, there is no stimulus for the economy, the banks will fail. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meaning, if the banking system is built off of a credit system, meaning the only way it's being upheld is because somebody owes somebody else money. How does the banks make money? They loan out money. They borrow money from the Fed, then they loan it out on interest rates. Well, guess what? Interest rates are practically to 0%, meaning when the banks borrow money, the Fed isn't making any money, and that's okay because the Fed creates it out of thin air. But what about when the banks own us and small businesses and personal people the money and they can't pay it back? That means the bank has no monthly revenue. That's how the bank makes money. The bank banks on 100,000 people paying them $1,500 a month. And if people can't make those payments, guess what? The bank cannot make their payments. And this is what is causing the credit crunch. The debt market is off the wall. There's so much debt. Nobody's paying their debt. If we can't pay our debt, the banks can't pay their debt, and it all falls apart. So what is the Fed going to do? The economy is in dire need for the Fed to print more money. And if you been listening, been stacking the proper things, you're laughing at the situation. You feel sorry for the people that are going to get demolished by the situation, but you can only tell people, you can only yell it and scream it as much as you possibly can. People have to listen, and I don't think it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope the credit doesn't get pulled away, because that will cause the greatest depression that the world has ever seen. So what's going to happen? The Fed most likely is going to stimulate. Nancy Pelosi said yesterday, I think, that a new deal is on the table. They're going to be voting on it next week, and a deal could get passed as soon as the beginning of October. For most people, I hope it gets passed, and like I said, for the system, for the economy, for life to go on somewhat as we know it, even though the change is here, the change has already happened, and the change is happening, but it's important to understand that depending on what happens in these next week or two, it could get real serious. But I think it's going to be fine. Not really, but in the short term, fine, because the Fed is going to stimulate until they cannot stimulate anymore. That's what they've been doing. That's what they're going to do. And actually, I think that was the plan all along. They're the ones accumulating all the good assets, all the bitcoins, all the gold, all the silver. And they're leaving the middle class with the funky old USD that they're going to pull the carpet on any time, because they're going to literally print it out of existence. The dollar already lost 3% on average per year before the pandemic. I think it's going to lose at least 10% by the end of 2021, if it's even still in existence as cash. I think there's going to be cash. I think there's going to be a new digital dollar. Who knows what they're going to do? All I know is have your popcorn ready. The show is on. If you understand the economics, you understand the financial system, you have placed yourself in a good position right now. You're ready to ride this thing out no matter what happens. And I think that's really all I got. I wanted to give a quick update today. Credit crunch is on the horizon. Matter of fact, I should read some of this. I got into my own spew. But Reuters, the U.S. economy could face more foreclosures and business bankruptcies in the fall and winter if there is a rise in infections and no additional fiscal aid, meaning government stimulus. When they say additional fiscal aid, they mean government stimulus. Conditions, and they see how they try to throw the coronavirus in there. They always want to blame it on the virus. Let me read that part again if you understand that little catch in there. The U.S. economy could face more foreclosures and business bankruptcies in the fall and winter if there is a rise in infections and no additional fiscal aid. See how they put the coronavirus first? That is the minuscule of the problem. The big thing is there going to be another stimulus? If not, everything goes to shit. We're in the greatest depression that the world has ever faced. And, at that point, you have to have real things of value in your possession. And then it says conditions that could make it harder for consumers and businesses to access credit, Boston's Federal Reserve President Aaron Rosengren said on Wednesday. Community and regional banks could especially come under stress if there is a rise in delinquencies in commercial real estate loans as businesses struggle to stay in operation, Rosengren said. Have you been paying attention to the unemployment rate? It's off the charts, people. It's off the charts, meaning they cannot pay their bills. Meaning, why would you keep giving credit to somebody who is not able to pay their bills? The simple answer to that question is they won't. Or will they? With a massive government stimulus of about $2.2 trillion. You can go look that one up. Like I said, Pelosi and them are talking about it. The House is talking about it, having this massive stimulus. Once again, who's surprised? That will strengthen stock, strengthen Bitcoin, strengthen gold. But it will destroy the value of the dollar. So I hope you prepared accordingly. That's all I'm going to say with this. You can go read these articles on your own. But the credit crunch is on the horizon unless there's a stimulus. But the stimuluses won't last forever. The Fed cannot continue to print value out of thin air forever. Something will happen eventually. So take this time to prepare. You should have been preparing, but prepare in the best ways you know how, by the motto of this show. Because this is all based on finances. All the spiritual work, you have to do that on your own. But for the financial, we can work together. We can help each other with spiritual things as well. But this channel right now is based off of the financial crisis that we are in, because people need to eat, and it's as simple as that. So that's all I have for today. This is your boy Doc Blake with the last piece to the puzzle. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.